guys, Bomber8597 here. Some people know me as Dan O'Mac, and I'm here to do a Monday Night Raw review for the March 21st, 2011 edition of Monday Night Raw. And the exciting part, it is the second last Monday Night Raw before the biggest show of them all, WrestleMania, on April 3rd, live on pay-per-view. Last night's show, everything got a little bit of a push towards WrestleMania. John Cena and The Miz. Throughout the show, at one part, Cena appeared via satellite, addressing the fact that The Rock will be live on Raw next week, and that if they have any problem, it will be settled next week. And that The Miz has been getting away with what he's been doing on Cena because he's been distracted with The Rock. And that Cena says The Miz has proved he deserves to be champion. Now, later in the evening, we're told Miz is going to change Miz-tery instead of history, playing on, doing a little play on words, Miz-tery. Cena says at the end of his promo, I hope The Miz does change. I think he says history or he says mystery, but then he says that, and he says, because at WrestleMania, I will change history. Or no, I will make history, sorry. Yeah, Cena says, I hope The Miz does change history tonight. Or mystery. I'm not too sure if Cena used mystery, or history. And he says, because at WrestleMania, I will make history. And that ends the promo. Later, in the final segment of the evening, Miz comes out. He is introduced by Alex Riley, who appears to be with The Miz again. I guess they weren't prepared to push Alex Riley in his own direction, and they wanted to keep him with The Miz a little bit longer. Miz, he just talks and talks, and you know, I'm not gonna go into full details of what he says. I can't remember off the top of my head, but you know, he talks about how people didn't like him when he first came in, and they thought he was annoying, and that now he, you know, look how far he's come, and he's turned the WWE upside down. And then he takes the little thing that the microphone's in, that has like the kind of the styrofoam or whatever kind of covering that has the WWE logo on it, and he flips it upside down so that it's in an M. And in the ring the whole time they're talking is some sort of object covered with a cloth, and he says it's finally time to change Miz-tery. And he reveals that it's the WWE Championship, the same title Cena had. You know, it's not anything different, except the W on the title is now flipped upside down in an M for Miz. And he raises the title in the air. Then Cena appears on the Titantron again, saying, and it says, of course, live via satellite, and he talks about how clever it was of Miz to flip the W upside down. And while Cena's talking, a man behind him wearing a Pittsburgh Penguin jersey, of course Pittsburgh being the city in which Raw was taking place last night, a man in a Pittsburgh Penguins jersey comes from behind and removes a plant. And then suddenly all the walls are removed to reveal that Cena is backstage at Monday Night Raw. And Cena says, wait, I was supposed to be at home. Well, the fact is, the last 9 years, the WWE has been my home, and you two are in my living room. So he goes down to the ring to take care of Alex Riley and The Miz. They both get on him. They both attack him as soon as he gets in the ring. John Cena fights back. The Miz flees. Cena gets the STF on Alex Riley. The Miz tries to come down to the ring, but each time he cowers out. Cena would relock on the STF, then break it, and then put it on again a third time, and it just kind of left. Raw kind of just ended with Miz leaving the ring area, going behind the curtain, and refs just trying to drag Cena off Alex Riley. So this week, Cena finally gets the upper hand. What other storylines are there going into WrestleMania? CM Punk and Randy Orton. CM Punk and Randy Orton. At one point in the show, Randy Orton is seen coming off his private tour bus, where he talks about how he travels with, it allows him to travel with his family, and it's a home away from home. And then he goes on about CM Punk and about how he's taking out the new Nexus one punt at a time, and that CM Punk still thinks he's sick and twisted. He does not know what sick and twisted is. Later on in the show, it's actually the last wrestling match we see on the show. A WrestleMania Rewind match from WrestleMania 22, Randy Orton versus Rey Mysterio, was the best match probably on the wrestling match on the card tonight, or last night, sorry. Really great part where Randy Orton went for the middle rope DDT, and Rey Mysterio reversed it into a 619, went for the kick, and Orton grabbed him by both legs, kind of pushed him out, and went into that middle rope DDT. I thought that was a great part. They had a great match, and then we never had a winner because CM Punk appears outside Randy Orton's tour bus, and I believe he says he's going to go inside and meet Orton's wife. Orton, of course, flees from the ring and runs backstage. He runs to the tour bus, gets to the door, and from behind is CM Punk hitting Orton in the leg, back of the leg, with a monkey wrench. And I don't think it was his real wife. I think he was an actor, much like how it was for when Triple H invaded Orton's home. She screams. CM Punk tells her to shut up. She shuts up. CM Punk says he doesn't think Orton will be kicking anyone in the head anytime soon. And then it pretty much ends with CM Punk leaving, and Orton's wife, I'll say that because I don't know if it's his real wife, basically holding on to him, crying for help. Now we had Sheamus versus Evan Bourne in the opening match, and it was a good 3-5 minute on TV match. It seemed to flow nice. You know, I can't critique anybody's wrestling. I didn't go to wrestling school. These guys went through wrestling school. They paid their dues. I can't critique their wrestling. All I can say is that I was entertained. It wasn't a pay-per-view match, in my opinion. It seemed like everything went smoothly. It was a good TV match. What came out of that was Daniel Bryan coming down to the ring and challenging, or well, demanding his rematch for the United States title at WrestleMania. And Sheamus basically ended up throwing the belt in Daniel Bryan's face, giving him a big boot to the face, that bro kick, I believe it's called, and telling Daniel Bryan if he wants his rematch, he's got it at WrestleMania. So we have now a United States Championship match at WrestleMania, Daniel Bryan and Sheamus. There was some SmackDown, Raw, there was some SmackDown talent on the show. We had, you know, some SmackDown versus Raw matches. Of course, Randy Orton and Rey Mysterio being one of them. Another kind of SmackDown Raw match was The Core versus Santino and Valdemir. Justin Gabriel and Heath Slater, the tag team champions, members of the Core, took on Santino and Vladimir Kozlov in a non-title match. It was just great to see two legit tag teams. Santino and Vladimir, of course, former champions, have not tagged with anyone else since tagging with each other. And, you know, instead of seeing, you know, Mark Henry and whoever's in the back. So it was nice seeing at least a tag team match that went nice, flowed nice, entertained me, was good for TV. It was a good match for TV, and it was two legit tag teams. The Core won and issued a beatdown on their two opponents, Santino and Vladimir Kozlov. But they would be rescued by Big Show and Kane, who seem to become a tag team now, and they attacked the Core and beat down on them, kind of some retribution from the Core taking them out last week on SmackDown. I think it might be interesting if we see maybe a three-way tag team match at WrestleMania or something. What else was there? Oh yeah, more of Jerry Lawler and Michael Cole. Of course, Michael Cole, before Triple H came out at the beginning of the show to kick things off, Michael Cole came out with Jim Ross's music, his belly stuffed, his shirt stuffed with padding to make him look like he had a big belly, wearing a cowboy hat, and a big comedic brace around his ankle, and the thing of JR's barbecue sauce. It got tons of heat. And Michael Cole taunted Lawler. I think Michael Cole might have done a little bit of a slip-up, removing the cowboy hat he was wearing. I think he might have taken out his mic a bit. But anyways, taunting Lawler. Lawler stands up like he's going to try something, and Cole runs off into the coal mine, and they're just doing a good job, you know. Each week Michael Cole does something a little bit more dastardly, and it's just going to make Lawler's Mania moment even more special. Cole did another exclusive on Lawler, trying to prove who he really is this week by showing pictures of Lawler's family from a Lawler family album, calling them all losers. Lawler goes to try and get Cole. Swagger's there to kind of stop him. Lawler and Swagger exchange back and forth. Lawler gets rid of Swagger, goes after Cole. Cole slides out of the ring. Lawler goes after him. Swagger takes him down with the clothesline, and then puts on the ankle lock, and then Michael Cole puts on the ankle lock, and again, Michael Cole's getting the upper hand, being more evil each week, and it's just going to make that Mania moment for Lawler even more special. Last thing, Triple H, Undertaker. Triple H came out, just talked about what we've been hearing the whole time. They're icons. This is the challenge that's left for them, to face each other one-on-one, and it's going to be a big match. And that next week he's inviting Undertaker to Monday Night Raw because he wants to tell him face-to-face that he is going to lose. And Triple H ends it saying at WrestleMania, Undertaker, you will go 18-1 at WrestleMania. You will rest in peace. I'll tell you something. The build-up for this match may not be as big as the other matches, but it is probably going to be the best brawl on the card. It may not be the best technical wrestling match, but it is going to be the biggest brawl on the card. It is what I am paying to see WrestleMania for. All the matches are going to be great. They've all been pushed well, but that's the one my money's going for. And WrestleMania is going to be great. I'll have another video up sometime this week. Don't know what it's going to be on yet, but keep on tuning in. If you like what you see,